Alright, what's up, guys? So we've got a profile for the first place for the OTS Championship. Who have we got today?
My name's Dan Selby. I went first place. It's an OTS Championship.
My
40
gosh.
people, 6 rounds.
Jeez, and what were you playing, bro?
I was playing SwordSoul DPE.
SwordSoul DPE. How did you find it?
You know what? Absolutely brilliant. Like, it just puts out more power. Like the ceiling size is a little bit less consistent, but the power's just up there.
Makes sense. Alright, let's get into the profile, bro.
Obviously, like, I don't need to explain these. 3 Ecclesias, 3 Moye, 2 Long Gun, 2 Tire, 3 Emergence, 1 Summit. It's standard. I don't need to run through
Makes
these.
sense.
And the 2 Blackout. After this, Super Shooter. We didn't like any of the other 10s. It was like, going first, all you're doing is making Chow Feng. So it's like, you're making Chow Feng not to get the Mirrored and Veiled, but then like, you're not even ending on like a non-negate, you're just ending on like Chick Sal more than likely with a Blackout, whereas like, this just was more. Discard fodder for the... Which one? Long Yang.
Okay.
And doing second is just bet card, free. Before you've even played your Moye. 3 Fusion,
Jeez.
Celestial Dasher. The amount of times you'll play your board, that'll break it, you top deck, Tire, anything, you just go dash for 3 special summon, bro.
So it's big.
At that point, it's already cleared your hand for the Celestial for the extra or 2. Because the other problem we thought was having with this deck is like, you run out of resources way too quick. So like, by the time your turn 1's finished, you've already like put out your entire hand. So like, you've got no hand advantage. You're in the top deck. Like, that was the problem with the 10 years. This just puts out more draw power.
Makes
so like,
sense.
you can just keep going.
Did you brick a lot on it?
You know what? We didn't.
Wow.
Nah. Like, don't get me wrong, we drew one of them every couple of games, but because of what we could pull out as well, it just didn't matter.
Solid.
Another thing as well, like, we don't necessarily play hand traps. Like,
Jeez.
like, because you get punished for playing hand traps in this meta. So it's like you play your Ash, you play your Veilers. This deck don't care about an Ash and a Veiler, like, because you're gonna go Moye Chick Sal, and you're not gonna Ash the Moye because it's bad. They're gonna get the Chick Sal, get the draw anyway. And then like, people are playing talents, and it's like, so you're doing it, and then they're just gonna punish you even more. So we don't play like traditional hand traps, and like
Makes sense.
Chalice as well. This is for more like there's a lot of PK fire running about. So it's like, they're gonna go DPE target scythe, and you can go Chalice on the scythe.
Solid.
So because like, they're gonna more than likely wait for you to put a monster out, so Imperm's dead. But Chalice is like, scythe. Okay, so you've used up the scythe, and you've also used up the Phoenix. So it's like, 1 card just cuts out 2 at that point.
Makes
and
sense.
like, everything they've built towards, you've just played through. This is good as well, like in the mirror, which I'll show you in a minute, which won me my last game with this card.
Oh, okay.
Because like, in the mirror, like, and this happened 2 games in a row in my round 6. He played a board of like Chick Sal, Baron, back row, and I was like, okay, activate something, bait out Baron, tactics, take Baron, pop a card, play another card like Moye, they've got a Chick Sal because it's too much advantage, and at that point you can go into this effect, get back the Baron, and then you've got another pop and an Omni-Negate. So this 2 is, in the mirror, is just broken. We'll come back to that.
I think that's a pretty unique tech as well. I don't think many other SwordSoul players are playing a lot of links, are they?
Nah, like, links aren't really necessary. Like, I'll come to the Verte later. That's just like if you get Veiled or like you Impern on the Moye.
Yeah.
And then the Call Boy.
Yeah.
Just for like, it's more for this really, like if this gets ashed and you need this to go through. And then like 3 strike. People are playing Prosperity, but like, by the point you played Prosperity, because like they're scared to banish the links from these eyes, it doesn't, you're only evening out, but you're not really drawing into anything that you need that can get you further. And like, this is just +2 in any deck is just insane. If you need to use this before Fusion Destiny, you don't need Fusion Destiny. Like, you're either in a position where you've already won, or you're in a position where you can't play. So there's no point holding it. And like I say, like back to earlier, the deck's just bad on hand advantage after turn 1. And then 3 strike, because we wanted to back something up. And strike in this meta is just insane. Like, you can get even lead, but sit on the last strike, and no matter what they do, you just strike it and they lose.
Makes
Like,
sense.
because then next turn, like, you've got your Celestials going off, if that case, you've got your Desires. And this, at that point, by the top deck, you've got cards that you can just go like Tie, Banish, Emergent Search. You can just keep going. So that was the main deck.
Solid.
Extra deck, Monk for Shooter. We've already explained this. This is just broke in the mirror. This as well, it's like, it's just another way to get to Fusion Destiny if your Mo Yi gets stopped. Because then you can go Mo Yi if they've got Veiler, then you can go longer and no effect because it's like you can smash the token, and you can just go for this for the Fusion Destiny, and like that just does more in that situation.
Okay.
And then the Phoenix, this card just wins you games when you don't deserve to.
Yeah.
Like,
big card.
I faced a back row deck at one point, and like I just sat on this, and all you do is just go, okay, end phase effects come back, and then you just keep on popping the cards like it's nothing. Like it just wins your games. Like, I know people go Dragoon is a non-negate, but like this just keep coming back as a presence, and like because people aren't playing like really like Call Boy or Go Spell, this is just a problem card. Ruddy Rose, this is more for like Drytron and PK, but play none of them. So I got off a bit lucky there. You can't play this deck without Baron. It's too much. And this was my problem with like the 10-year version. You can't really put up this, and if you can, you've gone a long way without it to get up. Whereas like all we want to do really, guarantee these two, but then with this backed up. So like, but we just want consistency with these two really. And then the Chenging, I only made this once, and that was just to push for the damage because like I'd use the Pot Desires. So at that point it's like 4k. You've already burnt them for 12. It's pretty easy at that point. Don't need to explain. 2 never come up. I only put it in there because I couldn't think of a 15th card.
Did you at least summon one occasionally?
Someone won loads.
Okay,
Someone loads.
I
summoned one like to get rid of this because it shuffles it in.
Oh wow.
So like, because like you don't want to destroy it because you can always come back. If you chalice this, you just go back. Like, I know this gains you more advantage, but you've still got to deal with this next turn. If you use this and shuffle it back, you've got rid of it. And like at that point, they're relying on that. That comes up loads. This card in the mirror is just
Crimson Blade.
like, if you can summon this in the mirror, chances are you've won because they can't summon anything. And like at that point, they return behind. So next turn you can just carry on playing, and you're gonna LTK them. Didn't make once. This card comes up after like turn 2, when you've gone through your Baron, when you've gone through your Chixows, your Blackouts, your Phoenix. This card is just like a 3k spell and trap negate. At that point you're in the grind game, and if they top deck something like Prosperity Desires and this card just goes no, then like you've already an advantage.
Makes sense.
Side deck was awkward because we tried to get a Protoss and we couldn't get one.
Oh no.
And then I was like, is it needed? And I was like, you only really play against Drytron because you call light. And I was like, okay, well, we're not going to play Drytron. So if we play Drytron, then chances are we've got the tactics, we've got the chalices. Like we could probably try and grind it, but again, we play the Kaiju's. This was more for like Herald of Ultimateness and Arrival AI. So like the problem cards that you can't really get out of. The one Mind Control as well. This acts as like, this is like a 4th talent in a way, because like at that point you've always got a way to get one of their monsters, especially if you're going in the mirror like say with the win, then it's just a 4th and it's just too good. And like another thing about this is like people try and ash you go tactics and you can see them get excited and go stop the ash, and then they'll go, what effects are you using, mate? And you go, yeah, I want to take one. And they'll go, and you can see like the eyes drop. So yeah, one Mind Control. Evenly Cosmic. We was playing Lightning Storms and Twin Twister, and then I was like, okay, first of all against SwordSoul, they don't really pull up Anomaly Negate in the 10-year version, so this card's just too good. But it's more for like Eldritch and back row because apparently Konami decided to release Heavenly Prison, which goes, almost at back row, can't be sure by card effects, which is completely fair by the way, especially when you're playing like Solemn Judgments and like Sanguine and Conquistador. So like we decided to put these in because it's just banishes, and especially against like Eldritch, banishing their stuff. They've just lost loads of resource. Even something as simple as like when they go, like it happened. I think it was game 4, and the guy went like Conquistador Sanguine, and I was like Cosmic Conch. At that point, like yeah, they've got the Lord, but they haven't got, because you need both of them to keep recurring. At that point, they're already behind, so it's hard for them to get back in the game. Another one is Red Reboot. Again, I hate trap decks, like despise trap decks. So I was like, I'm putting as much hate for these. Combo, I was confident against. I got the Dark Rulers, I got the Tactics. Combo, I'm happy. I can stop combo. But back row, I just lose to. So I was like,
Makes sense.
I'm just gonna ton of back row hate. After that, anti-spell 1 order.
Okay.
I firmly believe that while this card is at 1, you need to play. Like,
Definitely.
even though it hinders you with how many spells you play, as long as you can set up a board and you draw this, then the decks that this is good against, it's a blowout, and they can't play. This card I was having problems with all day, because I was like, I need to play it for the Lightning Storm, but on the other hand, I'm like, I'm just getting blown out by Evenly every game, so I might change this at some point. But at the moment, it's doing alright for me.
Okay.
If I was to change it, it would be Red Lotus, because if I'm setting up Baron, Chixow, Blackout, and I set up Red Lotus instead, look at the hand. I'm not only playing with 1 card less, but I know what to negate and what to stop. So I think it's just better. But at the moment, I'm just going to keep trying this for the time being. But this is a stay, and that's ridiculous.
Oh. So what were your matchups then?
Oh, round 1 was a lad called Kieran Bowers. He was playing Livelusk Tri-Brigade.
Yeah.
Game 1, he went first and he bricked. I don't know how, and like I managed to set up my board. He couldn't play. Game 2, full combo. I just lost. I like to the point where like there was 27 minutes and I was like, I know I should scoop, but I just want to see what this does.
Yeah.
And like his end board was just it was just stupid. Like 4 monster bounces, Dragon Lords, the Utopic Future was one of them. And I managed to play through all of it, funny enough. And my last card was Fusion Destiny.
Ooh. And
I just looked at him and smiled, and I was like, Oath Engrave. And he was like, Oath Engrave, mate. So I was like, yeah, game 3. But then game 3, I just had, I set up double strike. This one, I mean, like, I had like anti-spells and stuff. But like, I lost it evenly. So like, but I kept a strike instead. And he went monster effect, so I was like strike. And the yellow bird, I can't remember the name. And I was like strike, and he went pass. And then like at that point, I'll carry on playing. I was able to. Game 2 was my loss, and to the point where I walked out, it was like Banisher, Inspector Border, Dark Bribe, Judgment, Gizmek, Grain, Pot Desire, and I was like, so I've come here to play Grain, and I lost 2-0. Lost 2-0. First evenly, Judgment. Second evenly, Dark Bribe. I was like, Special Number Shooter, and he went, there can be only one. I was like, scoop. Game 3 was Flunder. Pain the ass deck.
Yeah.
Won the die roll. Baron Chixow Blackout standard combo, and he just went, yeah, pass, scoop. Like couldn't play. Game 2, he went first. And like, I literally looked at my open hand and like, I didn't see any Dark Rulers, no Tactics, no nothing. It was just monsters. And he was like, statue. And I was like, okay, great. I was like, yeah, game 3. And then game 3 standard again. Like, I looked at my open hand, and this is what I mean by like Phoenix wins your games that you don't deserve to win. Even this card, my opening hand, game 1, was this Fusion Destiny, anti-spell strike. And like, I was like, okay, Fusion Destiny get Phoenix, set 3. And he was like, I was like, Stand with Phase anti-spell. He went Book of Moon, Tiger Phoenix. I was like, Imperial Order. And it was just like, I lose. And like, this just stopped all of his spells. And then every time I tried to play something, I was like, effect, come back. Yeah. Effect.
And those 2 cards are insane.
And like, it just kept on popping off. And like, if you feel like you're getting to a point where this is going to kill you, you just go effect target. Like, you just destroy it. And then like, this will still come back. So like, it kind of helps you. Game 4, I can't remember matchup game 4. Game 5 was a lad I went down with named Rohit. He played nasty deck, Infernoble.
Yeah, his deck was
like,
horrible.
he hand loops you for 4. So like he brings back Omega twice and everything. Game one I went first, full board, full this, Baron, Chixao Blackout Strike. He tried to play and he was just like, yeah, it's too much. Game 2, I opened the Imperm. I purposely put in double Imperm just for that deck.
Oh wow.
Just in case I face it, because like, obviously like the Dolphins can rip your monsters. But I was like, if he gets to a Rorodon, I know I've lost either way. So that's why, in fact, the double Imperm was in there in case for decks like that I do need it for. And I did have the Imperm, but before I could activate it, he put up a Herald.
Oh no.
And then by the time I got to a Rorodon, I was like, Imperm, he went Herald, and I was like, yeah. He put up 2 more monster gates, and I was like, game 3. Game 3, it was like full combo, backed up with anti-spell. And then he just turned around and went, yeah, I drew like 3 spells. So like that's what I mean by anti-spell. That's why I'm like, I can't quit it, because the decks that I lose to, this just says no. And like that's the issue I'm having. And then game 6 was SwordSoul 10, yeah, and he was a lad that I've faced before. And like we was having a bit of a wind up and a bit of a play, and because he keeps saying like 10 is the best version. And I'm like, yeah, but I beat you once before with DPE, so easy really. And I faced him round 6 and was like, no, what's the chances? So he went first, and he set up like Chixao Baron, Blackout, and I was like, okay, normal summon Chixao, normal summon Moyi, Chixao negate. And I was like, long young in hand, and he was like, Baron negate. And then I was like, okay, then tactics. I was like, take Baron, and then I was like, Baron effect, pop. And I was like, okay, then make win. Win effect, get Baron. Baron effect, pop another card.
Oh no.
And then like, I was like, okay, then your turn. Baron just negated whatever he wanted. And then game 2, he went first again. Set up the same board again. And I was like, Dark Ruler, he activated Judgment. And then I activated something else, Chixao negate. Now I think I went pop these eyes, and he negated that with Baron. And I was like, tactics take. Effect, pop another card, make win. Win, bring it back, pop the Chixao. And I was like, you're on 4k, that's 4 out of 50 for game. And he was just like, yeah, GG. So that was about a 15-minute game. But that's what I mean in the mirror. Like, tactics win in the mirror is just stupid.
Definitely like, a solid combo. Stupid.
So yeah, like 5-1 in the end on us being back row. And I won on tiebreakers. So
cool.
Take that as you want.
Awesome. Good job, dude.
So mate, cheers.
Yeah, any shout outs for anyone?
Shout out to me. Shout out to this lad, right? Shout out to this lad for the past 5 years, reminding me that I've never topped anything. so actually finding, not just topping, by the way, coming first. Yeah, right. Coming first. Shout out to a lad named Tom for driving me there. Shout out to a lad named Kieran for lending me like the Phoenix package. Shout out Asgar for lending me the Fusion Destinies, which by the way, after the tournament, I've traded it all, so it's now mine. But for the regional or OTS, it wasn't actually legally mine. But yeah, like those 3 in particular. So
solid, bro.
Solid deck. I'm gonna stick with it for the long run.
Alright, good job, dude. Definitely gonna be seeing more of you. Fingers crossed, yeah.
Nah, that was one time.
Alright, no worries. Thanks everyone for watching.
Mate, cheers.
Peace.